Starting in happy baby pose on your back. Bring your feet towards the ceiling. Draw the knees towards the floor. Elbows are inside the knee. Hands are reaching, clasping the outside of the foot. Pulling with the arms, the knees towards the floor, at the sides of the ribs. Press the feet towards the ceiling. There's a push-pull here happening. We're starting active today in the sequence as we're concentrating on the hips. Today's theme is really opening our hips. So pulling down, pressing away, and at the same time breathing into those inner thighs, inner hip joints. If you'd like, you can rock, give yourself a bit of a back massage, keeping the tailbone pressing towards the front of the mat. Close the eyes. Allow yourself to feel first one inner hip, inner thigh, inner groin. Press closer to the floor than the other as you rock. And come back to stillness, take a few breaths here. If you feel emotions come up today, this is not unusual in a hips practice. Energetically, we hold our emotions in our hips. And so opening our hips today may allow emotions to also open and come forward. Your mat is a safe space for that. Often left a tear behind on my mat, and that's okay. Coming from here, we're dropping the feet to the floor, knees bent. Allow the right ankle to come over the left quad. We're going to breathe in, clasp the hands behind the left thigh, and into pigeon, recline pigeon, pulling the left thigh towards your chest, pressing a little with your right elbow. Press the right inner thigh away, opening the hip. Breathe here. If you feel discomfort today in your thighs and your hips as you're opening them, don't forget to breathe. Often when things become tense, we hold our breath or it becomes shallow. Allow the left foot to reach the floor. Trading sides, right foot comes to the floor. Left ankle to right quad, drawing in the right thigh, hands clasped behind. Pulling again that right thigh in. Toes reach towards the knees. Press outwards with the left elbow on the left inner thigh. Breathe into that groin area, the hip, inner and outer. As you feel things release, you may be able to draw the right thigh further towards your chest. This practice is for you. Make it your own. Come to the edge that you feel is right for you and breathe there. We're gonna add a little bit of fun, a little bit of air here. I'm just gonna rock ourselves up to seated and grab behind both thighs. Walk yourself back and forth, giving the spine a massage, and rock up to a seat. Moving into seated twist. Breathe in, left hand reaches to the sky. Turning the body, left hand to right knee. On the inhale, draw the spine longer, the crown of the head towards the ceiling. On your exhales, you may feel yourself come more towards the front of the mat. And on your inhales, you may find yourself twisting further as your belly draws into the spine. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, right hand to left knee. Looking back over the shoulder. Inhales, draw the spine long. Exhales, allow more twist as the belly draws to the spine. On inhale, come back to center, moving to bound angle. Soles of feet come together. Draw them towards your body or shuffle your bum towards your heels. Knees drop towards the floor, allowing the hips to open. Crown of the head reaches for the ceiling. Allow the sits bones to ground into the earth, anchoring you, anchoring the opening. As you breathe, you may be able to open the inner feet like a book, allowing the soles to open, allowing the knees to drop further, allowing the hips to open further. If not, stay where you are. If you'd like to come forward into a fold, you can, or you can stay upright. Keep the spine long. Assist the knees together with your hands. Come forward onto hands and knees to cat-cow. On the inhale, allowing the belly to drop. The head looks up, tailbone reaches for the sky. Exhale, allowing the back to arch like a cat, looking down towards your belly button, pressing away from the floor. Inhale, cow, belly drops, pressing into the tops of the feet. Exhale, cat. Move at your own pace with your breath. Coming back to center, going to press up to our first downward dog. Take your time, pressing back towards the heels, peeling the knees up off the floor, pressing into the palms and the fingers, stretching the fingers wide, rolling the upper arms outward, pressing the belly towards the thighs. Take a moment, pedal the feet. I'm going to walk to the front of the mat, pressing each foot down, allowing the soles to have a bit of a massage, heel to toe all the way up. Forward fold, head drops to the floor. On an inhale, half forward fold, bring the spine long, crown towards the wall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to mountain, reaching the hands to the sky. And slice down through to forward fold. This time, hands come onto the floor. Stepping back with the left foot, dropping the knee to low lunge. On an inhale, reaching up. You can take a slight back bend if you'd like, or just reach to the sky. Pull the right hip back. On an exhale, bring the palms to the floor. Lift the knee. Step back to plank. Coming forward to a flow if you'd like. Chaturanga, to cobra or up dog. Take it slow, we're just starting. Press back up to plank or to straighten to a downward dog. And again, we're going to walk that heel to toe all the way up the mat, stretching out the calves, the soles of the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold and up to mountain, reaching long, tall. Slicing back down to forward fold. This time placing hands on the floor, right foot steps back, low lunge, drop the knee. Inhale the hands high, pull the left hip back. On exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. You can flow here or you can meet us at down dog. Pressing back, again, walking, giving a massage to the soles of the feet, to the calves. Coming up to the front of the mat, forward fold, head hangs. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to mountain, hands to heart. Inhale, hands high to extended mounted. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back to warrior one. Left foot comes back. Point the toes to the top left corner of your mat. Right toes stay forward. Really find your foundation here before you move. When we're anchored well, then our hips will follow through well. Knee is stacked over right ankle. And as we bring our hands up high to the sky, press back into that knife edge, the left side of the left foot. This may allow you to extend that knee forward a little more. Feel the slight opening of that left hip. Breathe here. And on exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Come through your chaturanga flow. Maybe a bigger cobra or an up dog now. Press up to plank and back into down dog. Breathe here for a moment. Your choice of how you get to the front of the mat. You might want to take those small steps again. You might want to take less steps. Maybe you want to hop. That's fine. Forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to extended mountain. Then slice all the way through, other side. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step our right foot back into warrior one. Right toes pointing to the top right edge of the mat. Again, finding your anchor. Grounding the feet. Left knee over left ankle. Take some weight off your fingers as you pull that left hip crease back. And on inhale, reach the hands high to the sky. Thumbs pull back, pinkies to the front. Spread the fingers wide. Anchor in that knife edge of the right foot. Imagine pulling the front of the mat with your left foot, the back of the mat with your right foot together. You'll feel that the inner thighs engage. And then let go of that and imagine pressing both feet away from each other. Feel the difference in your hips in the opening. On an exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Run through your flow if you'd like, or meet us in up dog. Meet us in down dog. Again, your choice of how you get to the front of the mat. Forward fold, inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to extended mountain, hands reach high. Slicing down through the middle. Forward fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, forward fold. This time stepping the left foot back into warrior one. Take that moment. Find your footing. Make sure the feet are strong. You can move them wider apart if you need more balance. On an inhale, press the hands to the sky. Inhale here, and exhale into warrior two. You may need to shift your left foot back. Lining up the front heel with the left instep. In this pose, just take a moment and bring your hands down. Really press into the knife edge of your left foot. Pull the knee open towards your outer baby toes. Feel the opening of the hips and the groin. Position your spine so you're looking straight ahead of you rather than over the front knee. Make sure there's no lean of the upper body. Spine is long and tall. Now start to lift your hands out, palms down, baby finger pulling back, and finally look out over your front hand. Again, pull both feet together as if you're trying to bring the mat together from each side. Feel the inner thighs engage, and then stop and press away as if you're trying to tear the mat apart. Feel the difference in engagement in the thighs, and the legs, and the glutes. One more inhale here. On the exhale, pivot, come down to plant hand around the front foot, step back to plank. Move through your flow here. Pressing up to down dog. Choosing to step, hop, however you would like to bring yourself to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Bring the hands to the heart just for a beat. Inhale again. Hands high. Exhale, come down. Forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, hands to mat. We're going to step the right foot back, coming into warrior one on the other side. Again, anchor. Find your positioning here. Left knee over left ankle. Pulling the right hip back. On an inhale, bring the hands high. Pressing in to the outer edge of that right foot. On the next inhale, turning to warrior two. You may need to give yourself more space. Allowing that right foot, toes pointing towards the long side of the mat. Again, bring the hands down. Find your positioning. Find what feels best in your hips today. Pressing that left knee out over the small toes of the left foot. Pressing into the knife edge of the right foot. Again, keeping the upper body straight over the tailbone. Crown towards the ceiling. Bringing the hands up. Not leaning forward or back. Allowing the hands to reach to opposite walls. Head looks out over the front. Perhaps there's a little fire building as you hold. Let's increase that by engaging the inner thighs, pulling the mat together as if you're trying to bunch it up between the legs. And then the opposite, pressing the mat away as if you're trying to tear it apart with your feet. On the next inhale, I'm going to come back to the lunge, step back to plank, go through your flow. Pressing up and back into downward dog. Take a moment here, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let's try one more cleansing breath there. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Walk, step, or hop your way up to the front of the mat. Forward fold, inhale, half forward fold, exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up, hands to the sky, and cut back down through the center, forward fold. Inhale, half, exhale, drop to forward fold. Stepping back with the left foot into your warrior one. On the inhale, bring the hands high. Exhale, turn to warrior two. Take a moment and make sure you feel your hips open, your spine align, your shoulder blades draw back and down. Your gaze is over the front. Again, pull the mat together and press the mat away. And reach forward, up and back, reverse warrior. And on your exhale, extended side angle, allowing the right arm to rest on the right thigh. Left hand can reach straight up to the sky. You can come down and around, reaching on an angle towards the area where the wall and the ceiling meet. Don't allow all your weight to dump into that front arm. Just there to hold you a little. Again, from here, try pulling the mat together, bunching it, pulling the front foot towards the back and the back towards the front, and now pressing away. Feel the engagement of the hips, the thighs, the opening. And on exhale, we're going to rotate, plant the palms, step back to plank, come through your chaturanga flow. We're all meeting in downward dog. And from there, come to the front of your mat. Again, your choice. Forward fold on exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, slice down, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. This time stepping back with the right foot into your warrior one. Find your space. Anchor down. Inhale, lift the hands high. Really press into that back edge of the right foot. Next inhale, opening to warrior two. Allow yourself to sink down. Perhaps you're able to sink further on one side than the other, and that is okay. Feel the hip opening as the left knee presses over the small toes of the left foot. Press into the knife edge of the back foot. Pulling the pinkies back, looking out over the left hand. Again, pull the mat together. Just trying to bunch it up. And take a moment and press the mat away as if trying to tear it apart. And the next inhale, reverse warrior. Bringing your hand, left hand towards the back of the mat. Right hand slides down the leg. On your next exhale, extended side angle. You may want to rotate your heart towards the sky. Allow your left elbow to just rest gently on the left thigh. Hand can be extended wherever it's comfortable for you. Again, try pulling the mat together. Build a little fire there. Engage the core. Now press the mat away as if trying to tear it apart. Rotate down, hands plant, going through plank, chaturanga, whatever version you'd like, or perhaps just coming straight to downward facing dog. Take a moment with cleansing breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. From here, moving to sleeping pigeon on the left side. Bring the left leg up to three-legged dog, lifting the left leg. Bring the right knee forward behind. Bring your left knee forward behind your left wrist. Come down onto the top of your right foot. You can stay here. Maybe that's enough in your left hip. Maybe you can feel it there. Roll your shoulders back and down. You can move your left foot closer to your right wrist or closer to your right thigh, depending on your flexibility and your comfort level today. As you breathe in, we're going to draw ourselves up onto our fingertips. And as you breathe out, you may be able to come down onto your elbows. If not, stay where you are and breathe. This is one of those poses where if there's much discomfort, you may start shallow breathing or holding your breath. And in order to allow that left hip to open and relax, We really need to draw those long, slow breaths. Pull it right down all the way to the groin. Allow it to spread out across the ribs. If you want to go further, you can also place your hand onto your head onto your mat, or your head onto your hands, wherever you're at today. If you'd like, you can roll up a blanket or take a block and place it under that left hip for a little support. Keeping the body even, level here, not rolling onto the left hip and left thigh. Three long breaths here. If you're down in any position, then press yourself up on an inhale, slowly coming back. And you can just roll onto that left hip for a moment. Just allow the right knee to come up off the floor. And coming back, we're going to press ourselves back up into downward facing dog. Take a moment here. If you need, you can shake out that left leg. Whatever feels good to you, you can move it up and down. You can rotate some circles. When you're ready, we're going to come into three-legged dog with the right foot in the air. Come draw the right knee to the right wrist. Press that left top of the foot down into the mat. And again, breathing in, you may want to come up onto your fingertips just to settle more into your right hip. Maybe to slide the left foot back a little further. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can come to your elbows. Breathe here. Again, keeping the hips level, not rolling onto the right side. Keeping that long, slow breath down into the groin, into the inner and outer hip of that right side. And again, you can place a block, a pillow, a rolled blanket under your right hip if you'd like for a little support. If emotions have come up for you at all today, or thoughts that bring emotion, just allow them to come and go. You don't need to dwell on them or fix them or question them today. Just observe. It's one of the nicest things in yoga is learning to be an observer of your body, of your thoughts. You can bring your head down if you would like to today, whatever feels right for you. Even in this pose, if there's tension there or discomfort, just observe it. Maybe just saying, oh yeah, that's tight. Oh yeah, I feel that in my right hip. Instead of trying to criticize it or judge it or ignore it and hope it goes away. It's easy to do that. Three more breaths here. And inhale, press yourself slowly back up. Just allow yourself to roll onto that right side, lift the left knee, just allowing for that area to loosen. Come back to three-legged dog with the right leg lifted. And again, you can just kind of shake it out. Whatever way works for you, whatever feels good. And then we're going to walk our feet up towards our hands, allowing the toes maybe to spill off the mat, turned out slightly, sinking our tailbone down towards the earth into Malasana or Yogi Squat. In this pose, again, we're opening our hips, and if it's not comfortable because you felt so deeply in sleeping pigeon, you may need to just stand and drop the head and come down again. So only come where it feels right for you. You can place a block under you as well. In this pose, I find if you press into the outer edges of the feet, it helps to naturally rotate the hips and the knees start to come outward more. So if you can try that and see if you like that. The heels may not come down, that's fine. You can always put a rolled blanket under them or roll the edge of your mat. If not, just leave them up, it's fine. We're drawing the tailbone down and we're trying to keep length in the body. So you can play with your hands on the mat to find how that works for you. You can try one hand up as you're pressing out with the elbow on the inner thigh, or you can bring both hands up and again press into the outer edge of those feet. Allow the spine to start to lengthen, pressing the elbows into the inner thighs, into the knees, and allowing the hips to open further. This takes time. From here, we're just going to bring the hands around behind us, drop onto our seat, bring the feet straight up in front, coming to seated forward fold. Allow the feet to be hip width apart. Again, you might want to move the extra flesh under the butt. And as you breathe in, bring the hands up to the sky. And as you breathe out, we're reaching the heart towards the knees. And then the hands can fall wherever they land. We're not trying to get the nose to the knees or see how flexible we are. Could just be that you have really long arms and really short legs and it's easy for you to grab your feet. And that's cool, that's all okay. But it may also be that you're more flexible today or you're less flexible today, and that's okay too. Just breathing here. If you want to drop the head and allow the neck to release, you can do that. From here, we're going to come onto our backs. Just slowly roll down. If you want to add a little fire to your belly, see how slow you can go. Reach your fingers towards your toes and slowly roll back. When you finally get there, bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. We're coming to bridge pose. Your heels come close to your bum. Your hands can press into the floor, fingers wide. And then slowly as you breathe in, press away from the floor with your feet, allowing the belly to rise toward the ceiling. Chin stays level, gaze is upward, and looking to the right or the left. Keep the knees hip width apart, don't allow them to splay out or in. It might be extra hard today with all the external rotating we've done in the hips. On the next exhale, drop one vertebrae at a time down onto the floor. Extend the left leg out, bring the right knee in towards the chest, clasp around the knee with your hands. Take a big inhale in, and as you breathe out, pull the knee closer. We're going to move to a gentle reclined twist. So on inhale, breathe in. Exhale, draw that left knee across the body, allowing it to come to the floor if it reaches, or just wherever it hangs on the left side. You can bring that right arm straight out to a T, and you can look out, if you'd like, over the right arm. If your neck is a little bit cranky, then just keep gazing at the ceiling. You can use that left hand to press gently into that right knee and bring it further over into the twist. Both shoulder blades are staying on the floor. Enjoy the breath here. What emotions there now? Is there relief, joy, feeling of pride of what you accomplished today? On an inhale, bring that knee back to center. I'm going to switch legs, allow the right leg to extend. Left knee comes in towards the chest, wrapping the fingers around the left shin. Pull it in. Big inhale. On a big exhale, draw it closer. Coming to a twist on the other side. Draw the left knee across the body to the right. Allow the left hand to go out into a T. Or maybe you prefer a cactus arm. You can gaze out over that left arm. You can use your right hand to guide the left knee further, keeping the shoulder blades on the floor. Breathe here. Maybe you didn't feel any emotion today and you're wondering, is that a bad thing? No. You don't have to feel emotion just because you're doing hip work. And you might feel emotion when you're doing other work. It has nothing to do with the hip. Or maybe you just don't get emotional on your mat. That's okay. Accept you as you are today. On an inhale, draw that leg back to center. We're going to bring both knees up, feet flat on the floor, and just windshield wiper the knees from one side, aiming towards the floor, rocking to the other side. You can do this as slow or as fast as you feel your body's needing today. Back and forth. You can allow the feet to get longer towards the front edge of the mat as you sway back and forth. And we're going to come into our final Shavasana, corpse pose, where our toes just relax outward towards the floor. Our inner thighs rotate outward. If you'd like today, because we have been in positions where our upper thighs have rotated outward, maybe you'd like to relax in Shavasana by placing your feet flat on the floor, bending the knees, and allowing your knees to drop together. You move your feet towards the outer edges of your mat, knees kiss together. Maybe that feels better today. Whichever you'd like. Allow the palms to rotate upward. Give yourself space. Allow your breath to move naturally. Take a scan through your body. What are you feeling today? What areas of your body feel relaxed? What feels tight? Any sore spots? Maybe take some time after. Give yourself a little loving massage in those areas that need a little work. Maybe take a warm bath with some essential oil and Epsom salts and allow things to loosen up. What emotions come up as you lay here? What are you feeling today? Is there anything that comes to the forefront? For the sake of time in this video, I'm going to close off our practice, but feel free to lay here in silence for another 2, 3, 5, however long you want, minutes. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for sharing this practice. Thank you for bringing yourself and your energy. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for me. I hope to see you again. Have a wonderful day.